BackstageAxxess.com. We're here in Pittsburgh at the Post-Gazette Pavillion with the godfather of the double bass drum, Dave Lombardo. Dave, how you doing, man?
Good, really good. How you doing?
Yeah. All right, man. It's a pleasure to talk to you. Obviously, you've been around for a long time and have seen and done everything. How's this tour going so far?
Excellent. Couldn't ask for a better tour. Great bunch of crew people. The bands are great. Hanging out with Manson. It's very exciting. Yeah.
When we anybody who says the word Slayer, I don't even think it's Slayer. It's fucking Slayer. You know, it's kind of like it's a cult. It's a way of it's a way of life. I mean, does anybody ever introduce you as Dave Lombardo from Slayer? Or is it Dave Lombardo from fucking Slayer?
No, Dave Lombardo from Slayer. Yeah, they never throw the fucking in there unless they're belligerent. You know, like really drunk or belligerent.
First question I have for you, the new album, World Painted Blood, has been obviously postponed. It's been delayed a little bit. Can you give us a release date and what's going on with that?
Well, as far as I know, it's only it's going to be pushed to second or third week of September due to delays in the artwork. But, you know, we also took our time in doing the record, so, you know, that's just the date that, or the period that we're going to be releasing it, you know. That's for the
do you see any further delays, or is this pretty much it, and that's going to be pretty much it?
Yeah, it should be it.
Yeah,
this should be it, yeah.
What can fans expect from this CD that might have been missing or lacking from the previous ones, like Christ's Illusion or God Hates Us All?
It's, you know, I'm glorifying this record, you know, and I'm feeling like, wait, you know, maybe the fans aren't going to agree. But you know what? I can't keep my mouth quiet about it. I'm really excited. There's a lot of... first of all, I'm really happy with the drum sound, with the structuring of the music, with the foundation of the music that we started, you know, when we were in rehearsal. The new producer, Greg Fiddleman. I don't know if I said the drum sound. Yeah, okay, so, you know, the song structuring, the lyrics, the melodies, everything, it just takes me back to, like, the Rain and Blood, South of Heaven, and the Seasons records. And, you know, not saying that any of the other records didn't have that, but at least for me, when it comes down to the structuring and where the drums are and how everything has fallen into place after we laid out the foundation, which is the drums, you know, I'm really pleased. Good. Couldn't ask for any more.
Obviously, fans are very excited for the album, and I know, like I said, that's why I asked you about the pushback, because I think there's been a lot of buzz about that, and fans want it out. But how is this making compared to, like, past albums? Like, you know, how was the, you know, obviously you're very happy with the drums, but how the overall production of this compared to your previous work?
Well, production, you know, coming from the producer's end, you know, I mean, it's much better production than what we did in Christ's Illusion. You know, Greg, he set he set the bar for producers in our eyes, because he was there when we were rehearsing. He was there before we started setting up his little Pro Tools rig that we recorded all these demos, you know, as we were rehearsing the songs. And when we went into the studio, he was the first one in the studio and the last one out. Okay. So, I mean, it says a lot for the production. It says that, you know, there was a producer present.
Okay. Who's a producer? You mentioned Greg. Who's a producer on this album?
Greg Fiddleman. Greg Fiddleman. Yes. Okay. He just did he engineered some of the Metallica record.
Okay. How's the band? Obviously, you've been in and out of the band. Obviously, you've been back for quite a while now. But how's the band getting along these days? How's the vibe when you guys are on stage?
Man, we're just like, I mean, we're really excited. I mean, it's like our very first gig, or, you know, or it's like when we first started. Yeah, the hunger is still there. We're still, you know, angry, you know, while we're playing, you know, which we were when we were kids. And, you know, just that aggression and that fire is still there in this band, you know. 20-some years into the mix, you know, I think we know what we like to do.
That's basically my next question. 25 years since No Mercy. I mean, obviously, have you imagined the band having this type of staying power over and the influence over these 25 years?
I never gave it a thought back then that if it would last that long. I always knew what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. Right. So I knew one way or another I was going to be here. But as far as Slayer is concerned, man, I think it's definitely a milestone, and it's very, very cool that we've lasted this long.